And you know, TikTok is very spiky. You'll have more spiky than anyone else. So. Sorry, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Greetings from Suriname.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm in Suriname in South America. I'm giving a
Oh, okay.
keynote in a couple hours. So I jumped up here so we could spend some time together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for making some time. Yeah. Sorry for the delays.
It's okay. So you're recording this. Okay, great.
We'll
Because
get to know.
I'll share this with Ken and Yap's team as well if you can share it once you get the link.
Good.
Or can we? All right.
Can you not get let me see if I make you admin.
I can record on my end too. Let me just
Because we pay
share.
for the Zoom account that gives us everything.
Yes. I
Super
can.
duper everything. Okay.
So let me. Oh, awesome. I didn't know you could do that. Okay.
Co-host? Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll be in my cloud or both of our clouds.
Both. Yeah. I'm one of those. I like to have it in many places just to be extra safe.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
So here is what we were trying to get to last time, I believe,
Okay.
on my phone, and that didn't work too well. So this
Okay.
is the TikTok desktop. Let me know where you would like me to go. I know you can
Let's
see things from the business suite. Is that right? Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good. So let's see general trends. Go last 60 days. Scroll down a bit. Scroll down. And they just want to go viral. Okay, let's go to video on the left side and go last 60 again. And then sort, not by newest, most viewed. Because that's the one we want, right? So the whole point is what's the thing that's doing the best for us? And then how do we get more out of that? So this is where I really hope we have some kind of big winner because then we can try to figure out why it wins versus all the other ones. But
Yeah.
and I
The
did a
other
quick
thing
look.
that's strange is I'm sure you have a TikTok account that you can view this from your phone. Whenever I view their TikTok account from another account, I can't see these titles that I've created on their videos. Not that that might matter a whole lot, but from their own profile under the notifications on the cell phone, you can see it that it's there, and obviously on desktop it's here too.
So the YAP Hala, right?
Yeah,
Okay. YAP with Hala. Okay. And then
stands for Young Profit.
video. Okay.
Are you seeing all the, I guess, thumbnails?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, look, I see it.
Oh, if you click our profile though,
Oh,
like
okay, let's see.
on the grid, is it called the grid? I know on Instagram it's the grid, so TikTok would be.
Oh, like this. Yeah, yeah. Like this.
Oh no, but like so these little things aren't showing up. The things I created on the app. It's just here, I'll show you.
Okay.
So these things aren't showing up on these white little labels
Oh, I see.
on the app. Some of them show up and then some of them don't on like an outsider's account, I guess. So I don't know if this is something
Okay.
with the account, but anyways, that's just a small note. So we can go back to videos last 60 days. This is where we were.
Okay. So we did have some ones that were what, like a few thousand views a little further out of 60 days. The ones that are
Yep.
pinned, maybe a 3 pin that are much higher than that.
Yep.
And those were not from ads though, were they? Or that was strictly organic?
I wasn't posting back then, so I'm not sure. I don't think.
Okay, click on the view analytics.
I just created the ad account after we had our meeting.
Okay. Now click on view analytics. So what I'm looking for is on video on the bottom left or left bottom, yeah. What I want to see is
what's your number one secret to
Sorry, where's the
just right at the bottom of that video where it says view analytics on the left there.
Oh, yep.
I want to see at 50. Oh, here we go. Scroll down a little bit. Okay, so what we need to see is 20 to 25% watched full video. And that's the key with TikTok is video completion, even more than YouTube. So there's 4 or 5 things that affect that completion time. One is how many people drop off in the first 2 or 3 seconds. So you can see if you just kind of like mouse over the curve.
Mhm.
So after 2 seconds, we've already lost half of the people, right? So that's based on hook choice. And then you can see how steep this falls off. We've already dropped off. Like if the 25% is at like 20, 30 seconds or so. If you just keep going, it's like 30 seconds almost. Yeah. Okay. So this video either needs 66
This
seconds.
was over a year ago though, so
Yeah. Well, it's still the same. The same principle is true. We want to get that watch time higher. So
right.
let's look at a few of these other ones and see if we can get a higher
You and
one
your
that
wife
has a higher completion rate. And maybe we could redo some of these to be shorter, right? Because they just simply like having an extra gasp in the beginning, of breathing, like just all kinds of things.
So all of
wrong-
these or these two ones are the same guest, so I don't know if it has something to do with the guest.
Do you ever wonder, like,
Could be, but let's look at the analytics because it could be the guest, it could be the topic, it could be the hook. There's so many factors and we have to isolate. So let's click on these first. Let's click on all three of these and see, based on the curve, what we
Okay,
think
this
do
might
you ever
be the
wonder,
one.
like,
Yeah. Oh wow, 20%. Okay. So let's see, why is that? So let's mouse over the curve and you'll see. So we still lost almost half, but it took 10 seconds to lose half. So that's a normal drop-off curve in the first few seconds, but then we retain them a lot better. See, it's not that initial drop-off that's it's always going to be the case, but 20%. So basically, once they made it to 15 seconds, they mostly stayed to the end.
Yep.
So what is it? So there's something about the content. What is it about the content from 15 seconds on that kept them to stay? And what was not interesting in the previous one? So that's the whole point of TikTok, is figure out what is that angle.
Okay.
And it's all for you traffic, which is good.
Yeah. So do we want to look at
So the third one. So maybe we could click, and whatever, maybe it's the
So I
topic.
lost 100 pounds.
Right.
So is it?
These were all,
20%?
so these were all from last year. So everything this year, I don't think we have anything over 1,000 views, maybe.
Okay, well, let's just look at the ones that are, at least a few hundred views and see. I mean, if it only has a few hundred views, the odds are the percent completion is going to be terrible too. But
Right. So this
Yeah.
one's close to 20% too.
yeah, let's just look at a few more of these. That's really what I want to see. Like everything's like, just like with YouTube, we want to get 35% at 7 minutes. Here we want to see, if we can get 25% at whatever time frame, which usually means shortening the video, right? Even though I know TikTok is making longer and longer,
Yeah, so this is one
We all
that's
died
more
the same
recent.
Brecca. Okay. Oh, it's terrible. That's
Yeah.
like, okay. Jeez. Wow. Look at how steep that is. You lost them all in the first like 4 seconds. Jeez. It's just complete. But then, let's understand, like, why did that one just die so hard? Right? It's going to be
We all
something
die of the
that was
same
said.
thing. The definition of death is lack of oxygen to the brain,
Yeah.
hypoxia.
Okay.
Only we tend to think of it
There are-
as an event, right? A gunshot.
So at that point, it doesn't even matter what happens after that because they already left, right?
Yeah.
We all
Dying. I guess maybe the theme is, I'm just guessing, but maybe the theme is
Yeah, I think
dying,
it's interesting because I think this one on YouTube did fairly well. Let me just double check.
But it's going to be a different audience.
Right. So I just want to double check. I don't know if it was that one for sure. Well,
You see, like the cool thing is that we can
and
see
this
like
one
on, whether it's the shorts or Instagram Reels or the TikToks,
they're all
we can,
different.
like, me as a random person on the internet, I can see how many people are watching and commenting, but I don't see what the video completion, and that's the thing I really need to see.
Right.
So
okay,
now
so
we can
let's
analyze it with this video completion.
So we can look at another one. This one's
Anybody who's trying to get
740
into Wall
views,
Street and
so a little triple compared to the others, but
Actually, but look, the first 10 seconds or first 5 seconds is actually, it's not as bad. So can we just play that and figure out, like, why do we think people dropped off at 5 seconds there?
anybody who's trying to get into Wall Street in 2023, what's your advice for them?
The best way to get into Wall Street nowadays is, frankly, the way I did it too, which is
5
Okay, you
seconds.
can see why,
advice?
right? Because
the
he
best
he
way
hesitated.
to get it.
Yeah.
He looks disheveled, and then B, he didn't come out with his answer. He mumbled for 5 seconds, so people were like, screw that, and they left, right?
Yeah.
But we wouldn't know that unless we saw the curve there, right? We saw, like, they just left right there.
Right.
Isn't it ridiculous how people are just so predictable? Like, if you're not constantly keeping, like, the minute you break their attention, they leave. Just it's
Right.
ridiculous, like,
Yeah.
how impatient they are.
I'm curious. Yeah, I know each platform's different though, because even that one I think did okay on YouTube. So I want to see the retention on YouTube, I guess. Just curious. I know the audience is a lot different too. Let's look at the.
Sometimes if people follow the figurehead, the interviewer, so, if it's Joe
Right.
Rogan, they're willing to tolerate that because they love Joe Rogan. But if they don't like Hala as much, I mean, if she's not a celebrity yet, they're not going to wait, right?
Right. So on YouTube, average percent viewed for this one was 70%. Right?
Wow,
No.
that's great.
Yeah.
But YouTube, they're once they're committing to a figurehead, they're going to watch that. So
Right. Okay. So let's go back and figure out. So close to 6% for this one.
Anybody
Anything else recent would be, or even,
let's just click on a few more of them.
My average webinar is about 4 hours.
yeah, so between 5 and 6%, looks like.
Dang, that is just brutal.
Yeah, my other thing was,
My
yeah,
average
so
webinar is
these
about
all
4
don't,
hours. Now, out of context,
with YouTube and Instagram is not like this.
Yeah.
I just don't know if repurposed podcast content generally.
Repurposing is hard because it's hard to get the energy level. People unless they're super pros, and even though, Hala's interviewing these other people that are well known, they're not keeping that energy level up.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's off of a Zoom. So you can cheat by using like Topaz and these other tools to upscale. So it looks more like a camera. But look,
Yeah.
you have all the tools with Ed Milet, but maybe
We can
if we
click
just
on
upscale
Once you
some of it
become-
and pull the hooks
This one's
better.
a little bit higher, but still.
But it's also because it's shorter at 30 seconds, which is fine. Our analysis that we found that the talking figures, that the experts sharing their tips kind of thing, which is what all of us do, the best things tend to be like 22 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
So my guess is that some of these are too long.
So we need to shorten.
Once
then you
you
got too many-
become worth millions of
too many
dollars,
hashtags.
then you
Sorry, what was that?
Also, too many hashtags.
Okay. Yeah, we started removing those. I think I don't have any starting the recent ones. Like, oh, this is a
Yeah,
story.
like one or two, but not a
$1
ton
million
of them.
decisions
Yeah.
allow you
It's
to
just
expand,
descriptions.
step into a
There's no
market, create
hashtags
more
on.
opportunity for
I'd say the
everyone.
last month.
Broadcast decisions make
It hasn't made a
all know
difference
the same thing.
without any, I
Definition of
guess.
death
So
is lack of oxygen to the brain.
Well, I mean, they're already bad, so it's not like worse.
yeah.
Worse, right? I want to see a few more of these, just see what the completion rates are.
Sure, we can do
What
this one.
stops people in their
Oh, data unavailable. Interesting. This is from a month ago.
what
Should
stops
be enough
people in their
data.
tracks
Yeah.
is that they are valuing security more. Like, this is security. I'm getting a paycheck every other week. I have
Yeah, that's weird. Let's look at that one again. So it's this one
what stops people in their tracks is
from September 14th. Processed. Okay, so we can't see this one. We can do.
I don't know if it's a lie. That's
So yeah, this one. is
Oh, he just
long.
got murdered. Wow.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah, it seems like TikTok is a lot different. The audience is just a lot different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a lie.
I feel like increasingly the entertainment value has to be a lot higher on TikTok, which is, I know, stereotypical, but I think it's true.
Yeah. Okay. So it needs to be more entertaining. We can look at a couple more from a little bit further back.
Plus, you might want to try some other styles. So these all kind of have the same style,
Okay.
which I understand everyone's trying to do the Hormozy
Oh,
thing,
let
right?
me hold on. Write notes. Change style. What else did you say? Shorten. Dude,
Try some that are short. Have you done things like try a couple that were upscaling the 4K through Topaz or some other tools? Because we like Noah Brierley does this, where his stuff is actually shot off of, an A7 or 4 in portrait. But we see cell phone ones that seem to do well too. So it's
Okay,
not.
so
always
this one.
Oh
is
yeah,
the
let's
most
click on that
recent
one.
with a little
How
bit
can
more.
you tell if somebody
Oh, but it's
That's
still not
so-
great.
Well, just mouse over the thing. Let's see. So to go like 10 seconds in. Oh, we still lost everybody. I don't know. Wow.
This could be the guest or I don't know. Title. I don't know. The viewers are.
That's just harsh.
Yeah, that's interesting for you. So 15.4. So I don't know where the other views came from. Traffic source.
Are they running ads? They're
How
boosting any of these?
No, none of them are boosted
Okay.
because I just created the ad account, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago
Okay.
and connected it. So
You would figure, especially because these are showing
I don't
people
live
that are
from the
well known,
past
it should
into the-
automatically target against followers of those people.
Right. The other thing they are considering is just creating a whole new account and starting from scratch. I didn't know if you had any thoughts about that.
I mean, if nothing else works, it could be an account level quality score issue, or a shadow ban, but I don't think that's the case.
Okay. The one thing I did notice, because I
I don't live
created an
from the
original,
past
just
into the present.
generic
I live from
report,
the future
was that
to the present. So I look.
you go to audience. I found out that so they have 1,224 followers, and then when I was looking through June, new followers. So all the followers somehow came in on June 12th, or 1,000 followers came in on
Okay.
June 12th. So I don't know if that
So what was
caused
posted on June
something.
12th, or what happened on June 12th, or something within a day or two of that?
Yeah, but I looked through their posts and they're and then they're all from Pakistan.
They didn't buy
guess.
followers, did they?
I don't know.
Because you can buy these things for a few dollars, right?
No. So I'll have to ask that. So on June 12th, I guess we can ask questions. So would that cause, I guess, an issue with the rest of the,
Maybe a little bit.
not a lot, okay. But yeah, I looked through their page as well, and I don't think there were any posts on June 12th, which also made it kind of interesting.
All of us have an
June
area.
17th, so June around here.
These
I
all look
realized
like
long time.
repurposed Zoom webinars.
Right.
That what's that Neil
Neil
Patel on the right there? Either of those two. Why?
The biggest trend that we're seeing this year right now in market.
Hmm.
Dang, that's 0? Jeez.
So,
Well,
yeah,
there's only
we
65
got-
views, so okay, fine. Wow. Okay, you know what? I think
The biggest trend.
here's a guess. I think that because most of these followers are fake, but I mean, most of the views came from For You, so not from but maybe somehow we got penalized from buying those fake fans or somehow, and then because those fake fans didn't engage, or it just sent the wrong signal for You.
Well, this
Is there a right
was
way and a
before
wrong
we
way to
bought
think
the
about
followers.
keywords when it
This
comes to
is
your SEO?
June 5th. If they were
The
bought.
biggest
I
trend
don't know
that
for
we're
sure.
seeing
So
this
this would have been
right
before
now
that
in marketing.
even.
Why would you have all these Pakistani followers? Huh? She's
So
not making any content about Pakistan or.
yeah, so this was June 5th, and then those followers
biggest
came in
trend
on
that-
June 12th from the analytics. So yeah. So either I guess we can try creating another account but like you said, some of them it's the quality.
My guess at this point is it's still the content. It's not the account itself. Unless that those 1,000, I'm going to just guess that those are fake followers because they're not engaging.
Right. Okay.
Man, but this is so brutal. Why is there's no views and there's no engagement?
Right. Got a little bit here.
Here's what your mission
But,
statement is, BBC. This is why you've lost.
It's better.
But only the traffic only came out %, so I don't know where the rest of the traffic came from. It's interesting. Only 1% came.
But she's got other high power interview content that is working, right? But just not working on TikTok. I'd love to see, is there something that we can learn from what's worked on other channels as a signal for maybe trying on TikTok?
Here's what your mission statement.
Yeah, so their Instagram, they do use some sort of external boosting service as well. So the organic analytics was a bit hard for me to read. YouTube, I don't think this is boosted, but I'm not involved in the advertising, so I'm not quite sure.
I mean, there could be an issue where maybe that just not enough people have seen it, and so if it gets a little bit of a push through ads, it could start to take off. Because it's just if the thing only had 20 or 30 views and it's from the wrong people because we seeded it with this Pakistani audience, it could be could be some of these videos are good but never really had a chance.
All right. So now that we do have the account center, if that's something they would like to do, is that something
I think it would just be fun, just as not because we're trying to run ads, but for the purposes of collecting data. So I'd love if they would just give us permission to spend a few $100s just to boost some posts, just against certain audiences, just to see if, I'm not saying boosting is the strategy to try to get famous, but boosting is a way to just try to figure out why
if it's the content or something else.
Just to test the content, not because we're trying to run ads, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And if
And
they
do you
say yes
need
to
anything
that, then
further, like access wise, to do that? Other than
no, I think we have that. But if they give us the yes, and I can't imagine why they wouldn't, because it's only a few $100s, then let's just schedule another time and just boost some posts together.
okay,
Yeah, later this
I'll-
week or something.
they'll
like
probably
that.
definitely want to be on that call as well. So I'll try to. I know you're busy buzzing around, but
I mean, if I can, if I'm around, I'm going to go to the interior of South America where there's on Thursday afternoon where there's no Wi-Fi for 3 days.
oh my,
'Cause
okay.
it's like deep in the jungle, like it's really jungle, like
Uh-huh.
Aborigines kind of native people jungle.
Yeah.
So if we can do it like tomorrow, same time, like today,
Okay.
like that would be ideal. Otherwise, I'm not going to have access to electronics until
Okay.
like Sunday night.
Okay, so if not tomorrow, do you think about Monday or Tuesday you'll have
Yeah.
any
So
availability? 'Cause I'm not
Sunday
sure.
night, or what time is it?
I'm in EST, and I believe
Okay. So
a
great.
lot
So
of-
it's 11:30. It's 11 o'clock, 11:30 your time right now.
Yep.
Okay. So that's easy then. So let me know. Yeah, Monday. We can probably make it work on Monday. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. If not tomorrow at the same time.
Okay, I'll reach out to Yap's team, and then because they would have to authorize the payment and stuff, that side of it. So
Yep.
I'll
Yeah, as
reach
long as
out.
you, I mean, I didn't check, but I'm assuming they put the credit card in and that kind of thing. So we just need permissions. So then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, no, thank you, Akari. Appreciate you.